Hey, it's great to be with you again today. Have you ever thought of yourself as greedy? That's interesting, isn't it? I don't think many of us really think of ourselves as greedy, but Jesus talks about greed in the Bible. He's talking to the disciples and he says, Hey, I don't want you guys to be greedy. And he says, I have a parable to tell you. And he tells them this parable. This farmer plants this crop and he takes care of it and it grows and he yields this incredible crop. It's more than he ever could have imagined. And he gets ready to reap it, to harvest it, right? He says, I don't have enough room in all my barns. I know what I'll do. I'll tear down all my barns and I'll build even bigger ones. And then I'll store up all that grain for myself. And so he does it. And he builds the bigger barns and he stores all the grain in these barns. And he's like, yes, I'm set. And that night he dies. And Jesus says, here it is. It's not about storing up treasures here on earth. It's about storing up treasures in heaven. And you see, that farmer was all about himself. He only cared about himself. He wasn't sharing that grain with anybody. He wasn't helping his neighbors. He wasn't loving and caring to those around him. It was me, me, me. Let's talk about me. And when he died, he didn't die as the big winner with the most possessions and the most grain, and he got to take it all to heaven. No, he just died. And he lost all that treasure. And he didn't store up treasures in heaven because he didn't follow God and he didn't help his brothers and his sisters and his family and his community. He didn't love others like he was supposed to love God and love himself, right? He just only cared about himself. And Jesus says, listen, take all the things that you have, the things that you get, the blessings that you have, and share it. Share it with your family and friends. Share it with those in need. Share your love and your possessions and your money and share everything and care for others. Because you see, Jesus doesn't go like this. Oh man, that guy's awesome. He's got a big house. He's got a pool. He's got a beach house. He's got a cool looking car. No, Jesus goes like this. Let me see your heart. Do you love God? Do you love God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength? Do you love your neighbor as you love yourself? You see, that's what God looks like. That's what God looks at. And when he sees our hearts and we love him and we love others, we store up those treasures in heaven. May God continue to pour out his grace, mercy, and blessings on each and every one of us until we get to meet again. Amen? Amen.